If you saw the domestication video, you know we talked about men being domesticated in their own bodies. Their bodies, their ambitions. Today we are going after something even more dangerous. The domestication of your mind through outrage and division. Before they weakened your body, before they stole your energy, before they wrapped your life in dependence, they went after your mind. If you can convince a man that his natural strength is toxic, his instincts are dangerous, and his judgment can't be trusted, you don't need chains, you don't need bars, you don't need to fight him. He'll put the leash on himself. This is how they domesticated you. Not with force, with ideas. Welcome to episode 1 of the domestication of men. In the intro episode, the domestication of men, how they turned warriors into pets, we mapped the 3 leashes: mind and spirit, body and health, life structure. Today, we start with the first and most important one, how they shrunk your mind and spirit, how they turned lions into lapdogs from the inside out, and how Stoic philosophy gives you a way to reclaim your own judgment, your own standards, your own will. I want you to think back to when you were a boy, not the version of you that knows what's appropriate, the version that climbed too high, ran too fast, fought too hard, asked too many questions, wanted too much. What were you told? Sit still. Be quiet. Stop fidgeting. Don't climb that. Don't roughhouse. Don't be so aggressive. Don't be so intense. Don't be so much. Some of that is just socialization. Civilization needs some order. But watch what happens when it goes too far. Normal male energy, competitiveness, assertiveness, the urge to test yourself, stops being something to train and starts being something to suppress. You weren't taught, here's how to direct this power. You were told, this power is a problem. So your energy gets pathologized. You're hyper, you're disruptive, you're a problem child. You're medicated before you're mentored. Instead of giving you a mission, they give you a diagnosis. And somewhere in that process, a quiet, deadly belief slips into your mind. Whatever I naturally am is probably wrong. That's the first leash. Not a rule, not a law, a belief. Don't trust yourself. From that point on, you look outward for answers. You wait to be told what's okay to think. You wait to be told what's okay to feel. You wait to be told who you're allowed to be. Stoicism would call this slavery. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You can't be master of yourself if you secretly believe you are fundamentally a problem. The domesticated mind doesn't say, "Is this right?" It says, "Will they approve?" They replaced conscience with compliance, virtue with rule following, inner authority with external permission. Once that seed of self-distrust is planted, they water it with culture. Look at how men are usually portrayed now. The strong man is often the villain, abusive, controlling, dangerous. The father is the incompetent buffoon. The boyfriend is the clueless child. The good man is the one who never leads, never disagrees, never risks offending anyone. You're trained to see 2 options. Option 1, be strong and be a monster. Option 2, be good and be harmless. So you choose harmless. You avoid conflict. You keep your opinions to yourself. You apologize for wanting what you want. You soften your language, your posture, your presence. You don't say, "This is what I think." You say, "Just my 2 cents." But you don't say, "This is what I'm doing." You say, "If that's okay with everyone." And inside, you start to rot. Because your soul knows it was not built to be harmless. Stoicism makes a very precise distinction here. The Stoic man is not harmless. He is dangerous, to injustice, to chaos, to vice, but he is ruled by reason and virtue. Marcus Aurelius didn't say, "Make yourself small." He said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Notice, he didn't say, "Be a safe man." He said, "Be a good man." Good and safe are not the same thing. A good man can say no. A good man can confront. A good man can stand alone when he's right. But if every story you see tells you that decisive, powerful men are the problem, you start to believe that moral purity is measured in how little space you take up. So you censor yourself before anyone else has to. You become your own PR department. You are now fully domesticated, and you call it being a good guy. Now there's another layer to this, and I want to be careful here. Real mental illness exists. Trauma exists. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, these are not jokes. And if you're in a dark place, get real help. But there is a version of therapy culture that turns you into a patient of your own life forever. Everything becomes trauma. Every discomfort becomes a diagnosis. Every fear becomes a fixed identity. I'm anxious. I'm avoidant. I'm neurodivergent. I'm broken because of what happened to me. Labels that were meant to describe your experience become cages that define you. Stoicism has a brutal response to this. You are not your feelings. You are not your past. You are not your mood. You are your judgments, your choices, your actions, right now. Epictetus, born a slave, tortured, crippled, looked at his life and said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." What does a domesticated mind do when it hears that? It gets offended. Because if how you react matters, then your life is not just something that's happening to you. You're not just a victim of systems and parents and algorithms. You have responsibility. Responsibility is heavy, but responsibility is also freedom. The more of your life you define as trauma, the less room you leave for responsibility, and the less room you leave for freedom. Feelings become the new master. I don't feel like it. I'm triggered. I'm not in the right headspace. Your emotions, which should be signals on the dashboard, become the steering wheel. Stoicism says, feel everything, obey nothing. You can feel fear and still act. You can feel anger and still choose what is just. You can feel sadness and still fulfill your duties. The domesticated mind says, my feelings decide my actions. The free mind says, my principles decide my actions. So how do you start cutting this first leash? Not by ranting about the system endlessly, not by blaming your parents, your teachers, your ex, or your boss. You start with choices you control. Today, I'm going to give you 4 practices, not theories. Practices. Take at least one of these and actually do it for 30 days. Daily command philosophy. Every morning, write one sentence that defines the man you are choosing to be today. Not how you feel, not what you're afraid of, what you are commanding yourself to be. Today, I will act as a disciplined, courageous man who does his duty whether he feels like it or not. Today, I will speak the truth as I see it, calmly and without apology. Today, I will not avoid hard things. I will walk toward them. You are giving your mind an order. You are reminding yourself, I am not a pet of my emotions. I am their trainer. Judgment audit. Once a day, catch one belief and interrogate it. It could be about men, women, money, success, yourself. Ask 3 questions. Who taught me this? What do they gain if I believe it? Is this belief making me stronger or weaker? If it makes you weaker, it is not stoic. If it makes you dependent, it is not stoic. If it makes you smaller, it is not stoic. You are not obligated to carry every belief you were handed as a child. Domestication trains you to avoid anything mentally uncomfortable. Boredom, difficulty, confrontation, silence. So once a day, do something mentally uncomfortable on purpose. Have a hard conversation you've been avoiding. Sit in silence for 20 minutes with no phone. Do the most mentally demanding task on your list first thing, before anything pleasurable. Say no to something small you'd normally say yes to out of guilt or people-pleasing. You are telling your mind, we do not run from discomfort. we use it to grow. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." Information. Fasting. You cannot hear your own mind if it is constantly drowned in noise. Pick one block of time each day, 1 hour, 2 hours, where there is no social media, no news, no podcasts, no music, no content, just you, your thoughts, your tasks. At first you will feel restless, anxious, irritated. Good, that's withdrawal. You are addicted to being programmed. You are addicted to being distracted from yourself. On the other side of that restlessness is something most men have never experienced: your own unfiltered mind. The point of all of this is not to become a monk on a mountain. The point is to become a man who cannot be easily domesticated. A man who can hear his own thoughts, who can trust his own judgment, who can act on his own principles. The first leash was your mind and spirit. They taught you to distrust yourself. They trained you to be harmless. They turned your feelings into a cage. Stoicism is how you cut that leash from the inside. Not by becoming numb, not by becoming cruel, by becoming disciplined, principled, and courageous, in spite of what you feel, in spite of what they taught you. But remember what we said in the first episode. Once your mind was softened, they went after your body. A man can have a strong mindset in theory, but if his body is weak, inflamed, addicted, exhausted, he's still easy to control. In the next episode, we're going to talk about the second leash, how they domesticated your body and health, how food, porn, comfort, and low effort turned warriors into comfort addicts, why men your age have the hormones of older generations, and what you can actually do about it. If you're serious about becoming undomesticated, don't just nod along to this. Pick one practice from this episode, do it for 30 days, and then come back for episode 2. Because once a man takes back his mind, and then takes back his body, he stops being a pet. Subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for the next episode. Thanks for being here with the Stoic Quotient, where ancient strength meets modern life, and starts becoming a problem for every system that profits from his weakness.